show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy. The OG on the marquee, Jaybird. And the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the dawn.
Well, good morning. It's a beautiful Thursday out there, right?
You try to say that, but yeah.
Yeah, still.
It's a stretch.
Whatever.
You know what? We're choosing to be positive for
Yeah,
the
we're
first
not gonna
30
be for
seconds
long,
of the show.
All right, so I don't know how long you want me to do this for, but we're at a state again. I get it. We're on ESPN and we're a sports talk radio show, and that's it. Talk
But
sports.
we're a
nothing
talk radio show.
And guess what else, Quad Cities? We're one of one of four that are live in studio, and we're one of one that is live on Facebook Live, YouTube. So,
Yes.
and we're one of one that isn't like censored in any way by any person whatsoever as form of management.
Right.
So that being said, let's go through this whole thing. Yesterday was an awful, awful day in America. It's beyond a black eye. Okay. Nor am I going to say it's a day that goes down in infamy. Not at all, because it's not our Pearl Harbor. Not one bit. So we're not going to make things like that. But the idea of the actual audacity of people on Facebook, when I say something, when I write something, and then to use it as almost like a thing to not read anything I'm writing, to not even who these people, majority of these people have known me for 10 plus years or have known me since I was 9 years old, to not read what I wrote and just see that I did. And I'll break it all down for you.
Right.
But the idea of, to just sit there and think that I think one way when I don't. I'm right down the middle. As anybody as can be, I'm right down the middle.
Yeah.
I just get upset about things, and I never, ever, ever post anything semi-political on social media, and I did, and I fell in the trap. So congratulations, Quad Cities. Congratulations. You made it to January 7th of 2021, where I get to have an actual breakdown on the air. The first time this happened was in March in 2020, and I think I did it 2 more times. And congratulations, your comments and your idiocracy of not reading things and not knowing who I am and thinking, even though I know you as a person, and to think that you know me and you can make comments and assumptions is way, way off. Way off. Yesterday was terrible. I had people tell me.
If you go back to listen to our show, we were on the show saying it as it happened.
I had people tell me to my face, so you're not going to have Bomber back, right? What do you mean? Why? You're going to lose sponsorships. She didn't do anything.
No.
She didn't rate it.
Right.
I had people message me and be like, you're not going to have her back. I said, hey, she's got opinions. I don't agree with them.
We all have opinions.
If you listen to me on the show, I go, whoa, 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 slow down. You're out of your mind. And she says it. But, she gets louder than me. That's fine. Things like this can happen. It really can. But that's the beauty of it. I don't hate her for it, for having an opinion. I don't hate her because of her political ideology. It may not be mine, but I don't do that. So when someone tells me that, hey, you're going to take her off the show, right? No. Well, what did she do? To have someone... All right, so let's go back to it, all right? Let's go back to my own personal page. We'll pull it up here, and I'm on the air, and I know we're on Facebook Live, and no one will see this. But we'll go to my own personal thing. What happened was I had 2 people in my life. 2 people, and I generalized. And I'm sorry that I generalized. But guess what? We can do it because I can smell our own. Because look at me. I'm a 44-year-old man who dresses like a frat boy. If there's anybody basic, it's me. My favorite thing that I will always remember is when we talked about something. This was at a happy hour before the new year. We were talking about some type of party, and T-Roy, you said like, well, let's have a Jay Gatsby party, a Jaybird party. We're all gonna wear dirty T-shirts and a Twins hat. Basic. That's the best.
Well, no. I said holy T-shirts, and dirty Twins hat.
Okay, holy T-shirt, dirty Twins hat. This is the best description of me. Okay, so listen, if I say basic and I generalize, I have a right because I can smell our own. Okay, that's just the way it is. But when I have people tell me, when I say this is awful, and I say it with every ounce of fiber as an American, a historian, someone who follows it, everything that goes on, the best that I can, and believes in America, when I have somebody sit there and say, if they were all black, they'd all be shot dead by now, is awful. And you're not profound. It's a generalized statement. That's all it is. And that's all I write. I just wrote the current situation at the nation's capital is awful. And this is where I get generalized. And I shouldn't have, but I just said for basic, generic white women to say if people writing were black, they would all be dead by now is appalling to me. And I wrote on, you are not profound. You're disgusting. I do not like what's going on with America. Keep those bookends right there.
Right.
I do not like what's going on in America. This is awful. In between, you have people that get upset that, again, I generalize, but you are. You know who you are. You're wearing like tight jeans. You're wearing sweaters that go over your butt or whatever else, and you got boots on, and you're drinking your Michelob Ultra because it's the new year because you're now watching your weight, and sooner or later you go back to White Claw.
It's winter, Jay, so
You go
there's
back to your wine.
Uggs, stretchy pants, and then the long sweater.
Yeah.
So me, with my Lululemon leggings.
No, you're unbasic. You messed up. You got weird looking shoes.
I have
Oh,
53
that's right. I have custom
comments
shoes on.
over this post. 53.
Yeah.
One of which says like it was like, and the guy's awesome. He says like, oh, when I have a sports talk radio show, would gleefully have someone call in. I don't know if she was gleeful. She never said at all they were going to storm the Capitol. They didn't do anything.
Yeah, she said she wasn't going to.
And then, but someone writes, turn it off. Like, so that's the cancel culture. Someone's going to write, turn it off. Don't listen to our show because, listen, if you're not taking that phone call, what are you doing? Someone is going on in something in American history that is as bad as it is. And if I can post the text that I have the bomber.
So you have somebody criticizing us that we took the phone call from her?
Yes.
Yes. But you can.
Who is it?
It doesn't matter who it was. He's a good dude.
I kind of wish I could cuss on there right now.
But listen to me.
F off.
That's not the point, T-Roy.
He can F
You
off.
can. I can show the text that I have the bomber. What you are doing is wrong.
We even said it on air.
Yeah, but I said,
I said, do not go in that building. Get off the roof. And I think she was on the veranda. Whatever. You know what I mean? It's when you think of the roof of the Capitol, it's the big thing.
The
and
dome.
I'm like, you're not on the roof. All right.
No.
I know you're not. But get away from there. I said, you're going to get. I said this on air. You can go back and look.
Yeah.
You will get shot. I said, do not go in that building. You will get shot. What happened? Somebody got shot. We said that on air to her. We weren't gleefully supporting her.
Hold on a second.
No.
On Friday when she comes in, I will give her less than 12 seconds to talk about what happened there because I seriously don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about what was right, what was wrong, what the media did, whatever else. Less than 12 seconds. And I'm not lying to you. That is about the most she gets because this is awful. But the idea that someone also says, check your privilege, my white privilege.
Oh my God. Can I slap that?
That wasn't a person. That wasn't the same guy. It was someone else to check it. And then if you go to our page, our Don't Hassle Us for Local page, at the very top is what I wrote in May about stop preaching and teaching. We have learned nothing. T-Roy, we have learned nothing since May and June, since the protest started.
Listen, this whole thing
anything.
that you can walk up and look at somebody and say, oh, you're privileged by the color of their skin. I don't care what color it is. Or judge somebody, make a comment on someone like that saying, check your privilege. You walk up to me and tell me to check my privilege, I'm probably going to knock your goddamn teeth down your throat. Because you don't know where I've been. You don't know what I've done. You don't know how I grew up. You don't know what I did to get where I'm at today. So stick it. Don't come up to anybody and say, don't. And by the way, it's easy to say it. What's the problem with America is the social media and what you're going off on.
Literally what we were talking about yesterday.
They created this crap. They created Facebook. They created Twitter. And they did it without even thinking what the consequences are. You got Facebook warriors. You got keyboard warriors, whatever you want to call them. You couldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight and never been anywhere.
I don't want to get you going.
I'm fired up.
This is mine.
You're fired up. I'm fired up.
I don't, but the fact of the matter is, you know me. Like, and even listeners, I'm, again, when I say basic, I am look it up in the dictionary. I'm basic. I'm right down the middle. I don't go right or left. To think that I look one way or the other, I just don't want someone to come up and be like, I'm so profound that no.
They think they're doing something when they comment something like that. Like, no, you're just spitting out the same thing that every other freaking person on the internet has said. Do you even believe that?
No.
Or do you just say it? To say something, to sound profound.
Listen,
I don't have this political ideology that people think I have, and it's not true. The thing is, these people did this. That's the problem with the social media. And I'm breaking down here.
We told her before she left. Are you sure you're going? I think we weren't against her going.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we weren't in support of her, like saying, "Go, Leah, go do it. We think you should be there." We're like, you probably should be careful. I mean, like, I think we were all kind of worried that something dumb was going to happen.
At best, we said in support pack a lunch because they're shutting down all the restaurants. That's
Yeah.
at the most supportive we were.
And like,
Like,
you
hey,
know,
if you're
like,
going, do it.
listen,
But take that phone call. If you're not taking that phone call, what is wrong with you? What live talk radio show when that's going on would not take that phone call? Unless you're told do not take it because we're lean this way or whatever else. There's nothing wrong with taking the phone call.
No.
And gleefully, I don't know. I don't remember like jumping around being like, yes. I'm like, oh, it's Bomber. And it wasn't even her phone. So I didn't know when it was. It was more like gleefully like it came up a different number, remember? And
Yeah.
like, oh, it's Bomber. Sorry, I got excited about a situation that I didn't expect it to be. And guess what? I like
Well, at
phone
the
calls.
time, things
so you
just
can call
started.
into 563-391-3776 anytime, and I'm going to gleefully answer that phone call every time.
But
I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, at the time, if you recall, we had just started hearing that people were trying to storm it, and so
Yeah.
she had called, and you're like, and she was in a very calm situation at
Yeah.
the time. The very first call, she's like, I'm standing out here. I can see the Capitol building. And I go, well, they're trying to say people are trying to storm it. She's like, I don't see any of that. So if anything, we encouraged her in a way, unknowingly. She probably then got closer to the situation to see what it was going on. And then she called back 20-some minutes later, whatever it was, half hour later.
Saying they were being tear gassed, blah, blah, blah.
You've
Saying,
got
yeah.
to, they've, you people.
And that's why I said if there's tear gas, you need to get the hell
Get
out of
out.
there. Like
I listen to me. I've known her a long time. The text even said she's like we're being tear gassed. I'm like you're full of it. I like you're not Bomber. Like in my text says like no you're not. Like I know her well enough that she's not. All right. It's just the fact is this like these people. There's friends and there's what 1,700 friends. I don't have 1,700 friends, but they call them friends on Facebook. But there are people that I actually know that I've actually shook hands with that I've been around more than. In a close space within 15 minutes that I could get COVID from if I need to. How's that? All right?
Right.
I know them well enough. And they just read it and they don't see it the way it is. At the very top of the Don't Hassle Us Local is what I wrote in May. Let's start teaching instead of preaching. There's things you can do. We're being pulled apart within and we're not stopping. We're not making ourselves better. Instead of wasting your time with 53 comments over what I wrote, take that time to look at your kids and say, we are in a bad spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to find a way to teach you. If the schools aren't doing what I think teaching the right way, if I have a different ideology than how the teachers do, at least teach them why this is not good. Why what you see on the Today Show, which, by the way, big problem there, all morning long, calling it mob or whatever else. It was a protest in May and June. It's a mob now. And I get it. It clicks and everything else. I didn't like it then, and I do not like it now.
No.
But take your time to pause, reflect, look within, and say, is this what my parents taught me? Is this what my grandparents taught me? And how can I, and it's not it, because that's probably not it. That's probably not what, I hope your parents didn't teach you to do this way or whatever else. But I hope that you go, okay, I need to pass on what I learned in America that I needed to be to my children. Instead of taking the time to just read the second statement, basic generic white women, and I apologize for generalizing it, but it is what it is. And like I said, we can smell our own, and I'm just as basic as can be. I'm the definition of it. So, but to just sit there and make what you think is a profound statement drives me absolutely crazy when you are doing nothing to teach your children about why this is wrong.
They're getting mad about a Facebook status instead of going home and teaching their children to be better people.
delete Facebook.
Delete Facebook.
We need it for nothing more than to go live on the show. Other than that, Facebook's where we're
100%. And
That's why I just don't interact with people anymore on social media because
I'm
it's
probably
just
gonna.
a waste of
I
time.
tried to go through Twitter yesterday afterwards after it's all kind of hit.
I had to just exit out of it. I couldn't do
well,
it.
But yeah, I tried to start blocking things or muting things,
I
and I'm
hate it.
still getting all of the negative crap that I don't want to see. I want to see all the tweets from Super 70 Sports Guy.
yeah.
I haven't got one come up today. And I know damn well if I go and hunt him down, he's probably tweeted at least 10 times today already.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, to the
Yeah,
point
yeah,
now where
the
I literally, I'm
comments.
gonna write a sign off and be like, hey,
The comment of just turn it off is just like sports. Just turn it off is just cancel us. Fine, don't listen to us. I don't care. Guess what?
If you don't like it, don't listen.
To be honest with you, I can name 15 anti-Hasselmaniacs before I can name 5 Hasselmaniacs. To be quite honest with you, so it's fine. But the idea, like, I don't make these comments, and if I get to the point in the bookend of the entire post, the current situation is awful. I do not like what's going on in America. That's it. I'm not happy. In between, if you want to go, well, I guess I'm just a basic generic white woman. It doesn't matter. Like, that's not the point. And good. I don't care. Drink your Mick Ultra, and I'm sure in the winter you'll be drinking red wine again. I don't know. Get in the bikini shape. I don't give a crap. But the thing is, like, we need you. I love you. I honestly, we need these people for the PTAs and to drive the kids to soccer practice and to cut the orange wedges. But that's not the point. It's the point of just saying, like, it's not true. Someone got shot. 4 people are dead. 1 shot. I just watched. T-Bird showed me a video. I watched someone get shot.
well, who?
First time in my life.
There's 4 people dead now.
I believe it's 4. What the Today Show said that. I don't know if that's true. But I mean, you showed me the video of that woman
Well, I've
getting
video
shot. I
of her
just
getting
watched
shot.
it live. I was horrified.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's awful. And I guarantee you, whatever you guys are out there thinking, she will not get more than 12 seconds. I will shut her mic off. I don't want to hear it. I don't want it justified. And I guarantee you this, I don't want to hear that what the media's showing you are just Antifa people. That's not really them. They're all hired to do it. I don't want to hear it. The whole thing is awful. All of it. This is not what 2021 is supposed to be about. The president needs to leave. He's got to walk out. He's got to be the bigger person.
Well, he's got 2 weeks. He's leaving.
Yes, he's leaving. It's been, but what are you going to do?
I saw something on whatever. It's saying that he said he doesn't agree with the election results, but there will be a peaceful transition. That's what they're saying. He said. I don't know if anybody can confirm, deny that, whatever. You got 2 more weeks. He's gone.
Listen, I have a
Right?
conversation with Bomber coming
Okay.
about the person she is and what she did and whatever else and what happened there. I want to know everything that happened there. But the fact of the matter is, you as a listener to reach out to me, multiple people, or look me in the face and say she's no longer allowed back, right? How? Why? What does that say of me as a person? If I just say you're done because what is it? What would that make me? What am I teaching my kids when I just go, no, you're out? Or the person who says just turn it off. The cancel. What am I doing? If I don't like cancel culture, what am I doing as a person? What am I teaching my kids? Is the thing.
Well, maybe in being contrarian a little bit here, maybe the person saying just turn it off isn't trying to be an a-hole about it. Maybe they're saying to the person that's complaining, if you don't like it, then just shut it off.
Yeah. Keep scrolling.
Maybe that person's saying to the person.
That can talk me off the ledge a little bit.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe that person's just saying to the person that's complaining to you, saying, well, you're gleefully doing blah, 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 and this person, just turn it off then.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I can see that. Yeah, that is, we have choices.
And that's what I see, like, time and time again on TikTok. Like, people will be in the comments like, oh, this is ridiculous, this is ridiculous. Yeah. Keep scrolling.
Well, like, you've had people like the thing that you did with your dad. It's a funny thing. It's a comedy. It's not to be taken serious. And people are on there
like, you're oranger than Trump on this. Why are you so orange? Oh, you're so orange. And then making, like, all these stupid hate comments. And I'm just like, find something better to do with your time. Like my video
and the
keep
video
scrolling.
Wasn't anything political at all.
No.
It was a joke video.
It was literally a joke.
And people, yeah, and so, I mean, that's what I'm getting at.
I can take you through what I wrote to her. And it just was like, no, what you're doing is something wrong. And then she goes on tear gas, and I say, on a Wednesday? Like, no. And I said, nobody would just scale a wall on a Wednesday. Like, you're doing something wrong. And then I just said something, and I just wrote, I would just go to the Smithsonian if I was in D.C. Like,
I think it's closed.
Is it? Probably. But the first thing, if I say, like, I wrote, I would do so much better in D.C. Like, I would go visit things. If I took the trip to D.C., I would go visit things. I just wouldn't do this. And the idea of anybody thinking this, from what I took, a generic statement about being profound or whatever else, and people to think like I lean one way or the other, they're out of their minds. Absolutely out of their minds. So again, I think the best thing about it is this. I was the number 3. I was always listed in the number 3 isms. All right. It goes number 1, racism, number 2, sexism, number 3, ageism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm an ageist. I got a new one.
He hates old people.
I hate old people. I don't like old people, and I don't like young people.
He's joking.
But you know what I now am? I'm a peopleist. I don't like you people.
I don't either.
Or I'm a Facebookist. Maybe that's it.
Mm-mm.
You've shook hands with me. You know the way I am. You listen to the show. You know I'm right down the middle. And then you took a statement and I made, and again, apologize about a generalization. And I said generic white women. I made the generalization. That's where I crossed the line. And you took it to another level by saying who you think I am.
But they take those words and they twist it and they make all these assumptions, knowing who you are, knowing that's not what you mean, but wanting to pick a fight on Facebook for really no good reason.
I seriously knew this would probably go 20 minutes. And I'm very upset. I'm going to calm down. We're going to talk about sports, but we're going to go to a break soon. But I've been taking this all in.
Well, you have every right to
all
be
night.
upset.
I take it all in all last night, and then in this morning as well. And I read the comments, and there's someone that doesn't even know me, and said, went on and on, and it's just. You can't make comments. You can't reply back. You do whatever else. And then, like I said, other people are going to take it for what it is. And the actual idea of something that we created, T-Roy, from a podcast in a bar to ESPN to Facebook Live, thanks, Bob Father, to ESPN 1170 AM, was something that we created. Yeah. And that fast, these people are going to say, well, she's not on anymore, right? Or you're going to lose sponsors, right? I don't know. And that's the thing, that the audacity to me is just like, you don't know her either. That's the thing. She may be loud. She may be wrong and opinionated, but she didn't say anything like, I'm going to overthrow the government. She didn't do it like...
She went there to be peaceful and stand up for our Constitution and believe and stand up for her beliefs and her opinions, and she did it peacefully.
I'm going to break it down for you, folks.
You have the constitutional rights to protest. You do not.
It is literally in our Constitution, the right to peaceful protest.
No.
So, and that's exactly what she did.
The people that stormed the building, went in
that
the building.
That is not peaceful.
Not peaceful.
And
as
that
far
is
as we
not
know,
right.
Leah was not part of any of that.
It's not the point.
I know.
The point is, folks, you don't know her. You never sat down with her to listen to her talk. You don't. Like you said, you don't know her story.
Right.
She may have political opinions. She may step over the line sometimes. Sometimes I have to rein her back in. But you know what else? She also believes the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win every game. Like,
she surely does.
Yeah, like she gets upset when you saw her when I said the Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to beat them in the second round. She looked at me. She gave me the death look. She doesn't. But that's just her, and you know what? That's part of her.
It's her. That's her.
And she's literally one of the kindest.
But that's part of your personality, listeners.
She's not a bad person.
No,
you may not like her. Newsflash: not everybody likes you.
Exactly.
Whoa, wait a minute, Jay. Everybody's supposed to like.
Everyone likes T-Roy, though.
I'm just.
There's a few.
I guarantee there's. I guarantee I got a list. I got a list longer than my arm.
I got a list too.
And Anderson, no, I'm not pitting out.
Somebody.
I got a problem.
But that is the problem. And again, we have done this so much. And the beauty of it, yesterday we had, or on Tuesday, we had people that we reached out through social media, and we had them on the show. And we talk about, that's when we give praise about social media. And then now we turn around and we piss on it. And I'm going to. Somebody told you your opinion matters. Somebody, I don't know who. And you decided that you can write about it every time. I don't know who told you your opinion matters, but I will tell you this. I will share a story before we go to break. This was 2 years ago, roughly about this time of the year, okay?
All right.
And I parked, so I got my kids from school, and we parked across the way over by the tennis courts. And as we were walking, my kids started complaining about how cold it was and I parked too far away. And I said, this is why my daughter, is so hilarious and gets me. I said, well, let me tell you something. She said, oh, great. And I said, this is the point when I realized that I have failed you as a father. And she said, why? And I go, because I let you believe that your opinion matters. It's cold. You park too far away. You live in Iowa, kid. And I don't know why you're telling me this. Just walk to the car. The car's run its warm. And that's the other thing. Somebody told you, or you believe that your opinion matters, that you can comment on Facebook and say things or whatever else that are so out of line, or suggest that someone should be canceled from a show. Somebody allowed you to think that your opinion matters. And that's great. That's fantastic for you. But they're just words. And they're also something that you wrote. And the thing is, you have to own what you write. And like I said, I own what I'm writing when I say, like, hey,
well, Jay,
I made a generalized statement. Probably shouldn't have. I stepped over line. That's it.
There was a bigger issue at hand yesterday.
What's that?
What's that?
They didn't air Wheel of Fortune because of the coverage.
That's awful.
I was upset.
I bet.
I'm sure many people across America were very upset.
I had to tweet about it. My opinion had to be heard.
All right. Well,
I'm joking. I'm trying to lighten it up.
I know. In the second hour, though, AC Earl is going to join us in the second hour.
Oh, sweet.
But we got some other things to talk about. We're actually going to get to sports. So, I apologize for the rant. This went on much longer than I thought it would. But, and I'm sure people are upset. I haven't even looked at the comment thread.
That's great, actually.
It's actually very positive.
People are probably upset that we haven't even talked about sports yet. I'm sure they want to talk about Trevor Lawrence going number one and whatnot.
There's lots of happy comments.
We'll break down a bunch of the NFL games, the NFL, and we're gonna rank like what we think, like what each team, how they're. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at each team and their path to the Super Bowl, how to get to it, instead of like win every game. That's my smart ass option every time. Well, they just win every game. But we're going to look at what they have to do and who has to step up. So
we're going to be sports guys?
Yeah, we're going to be sports guys for a little bit. All right, we'll see you guys.
Ruin my fun, Foster.
I know. All right.
I know you guys are probably tired of hearing this ad, but I don't care. They pay. Hey, Quad City, stop going to your social media sites, asking everybody where you're going to get your oil change or where you're going to grab your tattoos.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Get your Locals Love Us guide. Our buddy Chopper types it out with his own little feet and hands. I think he types with his feet. Anyway, they have a table of contents to help you find what you're looking for, or you can go to localsloveus.com. You click on Quad Cities and browse your favorites. It's easy to use, and they even rank the most popular places for you, Coral. Locals Love Us.
Your guide to the best.
We're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
You like that? You like that?
This is Brian Rothenberger, radio guy for the Quad City Storm. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Listen up, football fans. I've got the perfect way to make the playoffs even more exciting this weekend. It's called a same-game parlay bet, and they're only available on FanDuel Sportsbook. A same-game parlay bet lets you combine multiple bets from a single game for an even bigger win during the first round. You can combine the money line, the over-under, and player props all in one parlay. And the best of all, FanDuel is letting you place a same-game parlay bet risk-free. All FanDuel customers, you can get up to $10 back on your bet if you don't win. The playoffs are the perfect time to give one a shot. It's just one of the many ways to win on FanDuel. Ease of use, easy to register, easy to deposit, easy to find your bet. Product features, multi-game parlay and same-game parlay ops so you can get a massive payout on a small bet. If you haven't already, just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up to get started. And use my promo code GOODALL at sign up. That's promo code GOODALL at sign up. If you're a current customer, then you're all set. Go check out same-game parlays only available on FanDuel Sportsbook. 21 plus and present in Iowa. Refund issued as a non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Terms apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Janae and Golick Jr.
We're going to get probably IU and Northwestern in the Big Ten title game and then have people staring up and wondering here, is Ohio State going to make it? I could see a very real world where they're missing the playoff all of a sudden. It's less to me about the sanctity of a conference championship, which has never quite frankly meant all that much to me. It's about another data point. And the Big Ten creating an opportunity for Ohio State to have that chance to show the committee yet again, because that's what conference championships really are. Not something you can hold over Notre Dame's head as an independent for all these years, but an opportunity when all the committee is watching to go out there and show we deserve to be a part of this, because with the schedule they've played so far, with the performances Ohio State's put out there, I think you would have a hard time saying that resumes mean anything and allowing that Ohio State team in the playoff as it currently sits.
Janae and Golick Jr. 306 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
2020 was challenging, but Winger Truck Line is still running strong. Hey, it's Eric, and our Class A CDL drivers get home more often now than ever before with regional and regional home daily runs. Come join us for a successful 2021. Full-time, part-time, and the best lease purchase plan available anywhere. Call me today, 800-593-6433, or see us online at drivewtl.com.
The Max Kellerman Show.
Like, who was that, Greeny, who said the time to say about personal pride was weeks ago? I mean, I understand what he's saying. He's not wrong. It's fine, but I don't think it would have made a difference. Keyshawn saying they started Foles, but it's no. I disagree. The issue is one thing with Chicago. They have no offensive line, period. That's the whole problem. No offensive line. They have a thin receiving core, it's true, but no offensive line. If I had to design a football team, and I have like 10 spots where I can put all my resources, right? Where am I going to put all my resources? Like, what 10 spots do I want covered out of a roster of 50, right? I want a stud quarterback, of course, everyone does. My next 5 spots will be stud offensive linemen.
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Janae and Golick Jr.
You can still push forward playing. It's an impossible tightrope. Was it really worth it for you to have to go and mobilize? Is it worth it overall? And that's the hardest thing for me to reconcile when you have a season that looks like the odds of you making it to where you want to go are very slim, and now you're putting people in position where it's not their best luck either.
Janae and Golick Jr. 3 to 6 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
For the brightest hand-selected diamonds, come to Dolan Jewelers. This is Will Dolan, and we want to offer the best diamond experience for every client and every occasion. At Dolan Jewelers, we carry the most popular shapes and sizes, as well as a huge inventory of lab-grown diamonds. With custom goldsmiths right here in our store, your experience will be convenient, easy, and fun. Visit us at 3865 Elmore Avenue in Davenport or online at dolanjewelers.com.
We talk about every NFL game, Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays, even Saturdays. Get your football fix right here on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Welcome back, everybody, and this is Don't Hassle the Local, AM 1170. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Huge trade, Jay, announced right before we went on air.
I think Cleveland. We got to get Merrick in. I think Cleveland's done for the year.
Well, I think they got fleeced on that trade.
I don't know how you can get fleeced by the New York Mets, but okay.
But so Francisco Lindor and Jose Carrasco, correct?
Ooh, I know them.
Are both going to the Mets
Carlos
Carrasco in exchange for, and you're going to have to help me out on that one, Bird. I saw it and then I lost it.
It didn't sound like much.
It wasn't much. It was like a ham sandwich, basically.
And I think like a
one kid. Yeah, one kid was I saw someone writing. He was a draft pick this year, really good prospect out of California.
Well,
center fielder, but the other two.
Well, that goes back to also we never really, because it was off when we were off last week. It was going on when the Yu Darvish trade and
sports.
Cub fans were not happy about
there we go.
the trade that they got in return. I think they got a 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old in there, so it's all for the future. And be honest with you, I mean, the Cubs are saying they're going to,
well, Cleveland
going to try to compete, but it's done for the year for the Cubs. I'm sorry, but it just is.
And Cleveland receives Andre Jimenez.
Oh, yeah. I know him.
Ahmed Rosario,
Don't know him.
Josh Wolf, and then the kid I was talking about, Isaiah
Josh Wolf
Green.
and I are Facebook friends.
Really?
No. Oh. Just pointing out how easy it is to be friends with somebody. And yeah. Anyway. What I think of that is I think Cleveland is looking toward the future, and you can write off 2021. And I'm sorry, Cub fans, I think you can write off 2021. And someone was telling me yesterday that there's rumors about the Dodgers want to trade for Chris Bryant, but I was like, well, they already have Turner. Like,
yeah, where were they? Well, he could play outfield though.
Yeah, I just
Where would they put him? Who's their left field?
Is the Dodgers? I'd really have to break it down more, like what Dodgers what they have to offer for the future, like as far as like top 100 is.
Well, who would you want?
I don't think the Cubs want anyone. They don't want to take on a contract. Listen to me. They got rid of Yu Darvish for a reason. Ricketts created his own problem. He didn't know COVID was coming, but he bought up Wrigleyville. So when they shut down all the things, bars, restaurants, buildings, whatever else, around in Illinois, and he owns it, he's not making any money. So that Darvish contract was not ideal. And that's the same thing. We've already said. Rizzo, Bryant, and Baez are all coming up. One is being signed. One. That's it.
They got to keep.
They're not keeping 2 out of 3. They're not. And the Cubs are they're done for a while. So
go Padres.
Well,
go Padres, huh?
Yeah.
No.
They've got a strong rotation. That's true.
They got Darvish.
Yes, they do. And they got Blake Snell too. Actually, it's funny you mentioned it. It's weird that there's talk about it, but CBSSports.com ranked the best rotations going into 2021, and the Padres have the best rotation.
There you go, Jay. Go Padres.
Dodgers number 2, Cleveland 3.
Ahead of my time.
Now that was before the Carlos Carrasco trade, so he's out, and the Braves at 4, the Nationals at 5. So, yeah, it's right around this corner. I usually start getting more excited. I always say when the clock expires and the gun goes off on the Super Bowl, then I'm full on baseball mode. So it's
it needs to be like kind of warm out for me to be excited about baseball.
Well, February's always when they start getting the countdown of like pitchers and catchers reporting and everything else, and so that's usually where I get excited about.
I'm not excited for baseball anymore.
I actually really like baseball.
I'm really not.
Why are you not excited for baseball?
Because you said it already.
Why?
What do you mean?
Cubs aren't going to be good.
So
no, they're not going to be good.
What do you mean?
They'll tell you they're going to compete, and they'll show up for.
Don't you want the team that you like to win?
Yeah, but I'll just watch the Indians.
They're not going to be good either. We just told you that.
That's fine, but I'm still going to watch them.
Okay, well, good luck watching mediocrity.
That's fine.
Okay.
I've been watching my life my whole life.
Oh, Oral. No, I'm not pumped at all for baseball, unless they make the designated hitter rule.
It's not going to be universal.
Right?
Everything like all my predictions, what's going to happen out of COVID, majority of them not come true.
Yeah, fine. Then maybe I can get to some positive.
I mean, I was on record saying like, what's going to come out of
who wants
COVID?
to fly to San Diego with me?
I do.
I'm in.
All right.
As long as Emily can drive down wherever she is and meet us.
It's a long drive. Jay.
We can go to Big Sur.
California's a big state. I don't know where she lives.
It's like a 10-hour drive.
Can we go to Disneyland?
Easy.
That's not in San Diego.
It's like an hour away.
No, it's like
2 hours.
2.5, 3 hours. And that's not counting traffic.
It's a drive.
Not counting traffic.
It's a simple drive.
Doesn't seem like it.
It really isn't.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm going to look it up.
Have you made the drive from San Diego to LA before?
No.
Okay.
Well, I did in 2000. Well, I was too young to drive.
There you go. Then you haven't made it.
Yeah. I sat in the car.
That doesn't count.
We stayed in San Diego and we went to Disneyland.
So
Disneyland.
That's
like Coral, shut up.
Yeah, we're gonna
Disneyland.
So last night we did a playoff fantasy football draft.
Yeah,
it's an hour and a half plus traffic.
Yeah,
I was right.
Yeah, we did a fantasy football playoff draft.
Did you take a picture of your team?
I don't think I did. I don't even know the results, like where I had them at. I put it in my back pocket.
I sent a message to Justin, but I didn't hear anything back.
So for those of you, and I suggest that for those of you out there who like fantasy football, get together with 5 of your friends, right?
Mm-hmm. We did 6.
Me being one.
Yeah.
If I'm talking to the listener in the car, or on Facebook Live, or on the ESPN app.
Listen, Fiery J. All right, I get what you're saying now. Yeah, I know math.
Text 5 of your friends.
Do you?
And then there's 6 of you total.
Yes.
And you can do a fantasy football draft.
Fiery J, by the way, when he's drafting, if you tell him it's his turn and he doesn't hear you and you tell him again, he gets mad at you if you tell him twice.
Sounds like my dad.
Fiery J.
Yeah.
Quit yelling at me like that.
So,
Sorry, Jay. I didn't think you heard me.
Yeah. So, get together, and what did we draft? We drafted
a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wideouts, and a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
And then we reseed the draft, and we draft 3 extra players. The extra players can be a player of any position.
So that being said, I think you guys all know how much I hate snake drafts.
Yes.
But this is one where you kind of have to do it. You could do an auction. You'd have to figure out like the dollar-wise, but it was a snake draft. And then like he said, so you pull your spot out of a random draw, and then for our bench or whatever else we score, it can be anything, right? So, and how many did we take? 3 or 4?
3.
3. Okay, so you pull a number again, and then that's when you can get a second quarterback, a second running back, or whatever else. But there's some stretches. There's some that went early.
Yeah.
But obviously, what you need to do is you need to think what team you think is going to make to the Super Bowl, because that's how it's going to get you more points. You don't want
what team's going to have the most amount of playoff games. So
Yeah.
if the teams that are playing in the first round, you want to draft players from that team you think are at least going to make it to the championship round.
So in
to
ours,
to their divisional championship, and then if not, you're drafting a team. Let's say like
I was on
like
the
Chiefs
first
or the
draft.
Chiefs or the Green Bay, who are the same. A lot of people think those are going to be the 2 Super Bowl teams, so you're going to want to grab people from there.
I was on the hinge in the first one, and I took Stephon Diggs with the 7th pick. So at 6-1, I think I took
and that's a good call because he's going to be playing in a lot of
because
playoff
I think I'm in on the
he
Buffalo
should have
Bills.
at least, I think, 3 playoff games: first, second, and third round.
Mhm.
And then if they keep continuing, then they'll play for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So I'm like I said, if you want to continue doing fantasy, it's just something you just get with your buddies and put it together. And I mean, we had a good time. We've been doing this for I don't know
Friend
how
of the
many
show,
years.
Matt Bowie, was there.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this for years. It's one of those things. Like usually we do it the Saturday of the wild card games.
Yep.
But you're going to be out of town, so we did it last night.
Celebrating a birthday. Little Miss Sissy went, turns 40.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to buy it.
All
No
right.
one's gonna believe it.
Speaking of the NFL, 60 years ago today, I did not know this, and I'm going to ask you if you knew this. All right, 60 years ago today, the Lions beat the Browns 17-16 in the NFL's first playoff bowl. Now, when I say playoff, it wasn't like there was 4 teams.
No.
This was for third place. There was a third place game.
Okay.
So the teams that were second in each division played in a dumb bowl game for third place.
Okay.
60 years ago, the
how
very
many
first
teams
one.
were in the NFL then?
I'd have to take a look at that. I will tell you this. So in 1959, the NFL they felt threatened by the AFL.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't know, this is, they got a lot of TV exposure. This sucks. And the NFL was like, we need to showcase our talent in a third place consolation game.
Mm-hmm.
So they created the consolation game, the third place game. It was held at the Miami's Orange Bowl, and it took place 1 week after the NFL championship, obviously. Okay? So it was after the NFL championship.
Right.
So this started in 1960.
Did they play it? How many years did they showcase that third place game?
That entire decade. Can you believe that?
Until 1970?
Till 1969.
69, dude.
Yeah. Vince Lombardi called it the SHIT Bowl.
Oh.
He said it's a bowl for losers. A hinky-dink football game held in the hinky-dink town, played by hinky-dink players. That's all second place is. Hinky-dink. Love it. Absolutely love it.
I like that.
We're going to go to break, but before I go to break, I'm going to leave you with this. The Lions win a perfect 3-0 in the hinky-dink bowl. They were 3-0 in it. But they remain just one of 4 teams to never make the Super Bowl. Never make the Super Bowl. I want you to name the other 3 after we come back from break.
All right.
The Lions went 3-0 in the Hinky Dink Bowl. That's what we're calling it.
Lions.
Okay, that's one.
3-0 Hinky Dink.
You don't need to do it right now. We're going to break.
All right, but I want you to repeat the question.
Okay. They are one of 4 teams to never make the Super Bowl.
Okay.
All right? When we come back from break.
One of 4 teams all time or from the original NFL?
from the Super Bowl era. Obviously,
Okay.
I mean, we're at 55, so then that's 55 years.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. ESPN 1178. Don't hassle us, we're local.
Okay. Hey, Coral.
Yeah.
If you are out there shopping around for
I do
things
that.
that you need,
Mhm.
like kitchen cookware, maybe some appliances, stuff like that, do you know you can get it all at Tri-City Equipment?
I can? All of it?
You've been able to do it since 1934.
Wow.
I mean, I think I was like 2 back then.
Yeah, I was
I know.
negative something.
Yeah. Anyway, they have a great place to check their stuff out online at tricityequipment.com, or you can go down to their newly remodeled 2,400 square foot showroom at 527 West 4th Street in Davenport. Remember, they deliver to all Quad City residents, and they match online pricing, so there's no need to buy anything from...
Bye, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, or the big box stores. Done. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Call them if you have questions, 563-322-5382. Showroom hours 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. That's Tri-City Equipment, 527 West 4th Street in Davenport. Okay.
Hell yeah! I said, give me a hell yeah!
You like that? You like that?
Hey, this is Dorf with Dancing with the QC Stars. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Get out of the house and enjoy beautiful ice sculptures at Ice-Travaganza, January 15th through 17th in downtown Davenport. Stroll by the sculptures on the boardwalk at the Freight House, or you can view these amazing works of art from your vehicle in the parking lot. Sculptures are on display Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and the best time to see them is when they're lit from dusk till 10 o'clock each night. See live ice carving demonstrations in person or on Facebook Live. The Family Credit Union's warming station will provide free hot chocolate by the fire pit at the Farmers Market patio each night from 5 to 6. A shout out to our additional sponsors, Van Horn Auto Group, Front Street Tap Room, Mid-American Energy Company, Metronet, and this station. Please keep this outdoor event fun and safe by social distancing and wearing a mask. What a great way to get out of the house and celebrate winter. Come see the amazing ice sculptures at Ice-Travaganza, presented by the Downtown Davenport Partnership, January 15th through the 17th.
G-Sean, J-Will, and Zubin.
Is this a championship or bust year for the Brooklyn Nets? It should not be a championship or bust year, considering Kevin Durant is coming off an Achilles injury. Expectations for me, and I'm a Nets fan, will tell you, if we got to the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm okay with that. If they lose, I'll be disappointed, but okay, that's trending in the right direction.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
I'm Patrick Claybon with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Jared Goff threw the ball at practice Wednesday, 1 week after thumb surgery, and Rams receiver Robert Woods says his quarterback was, quote, slinging the ball pretty well, and that he looked good throwing it. Goff is listed as day-to-day, so his status for Saturday in Seattle is not yet known. A welcome sight for the Saints as All-Pro receiver Michael Thomas practiced for the first time since he went to IR 3 weeks ago. If his ankle holds up, Thomas is likely to play Sunday against the Bears. Buccaneers defensive coordinator Todd Bowles is preparing for Washington's offense and a job interview. The former Jets head coach says he'll meet with the Falcons to discuss their head coaching vacancy. Atlanta also interviewed Panthers offensive coordinator Joe Brady Wednesday, while Chiefs OC Eric Bieniemy interviewed for both the Jets and Jaguars jobs. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
Guys over 40, listen up. Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC, is offering a complimentary bottle to all men in America. Here's legendary pro baseball player Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt.
When I hit 40, I started feeling sluggish. I had less drive. It was harder to stay in shape. Turns out, once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. So I got back into the game with Nugenix. With Nugenix, I feel like I'm still in my prime. There's a reason Nugenix has been the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC for years. It works. If you want to get back in the game and get your edge back, you need Nugenix. You can get a complimentary bottle. All you have to do is send them a text. And guys, take it from me. She'll like it too.
Text YOUTH to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Genix Total T, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. But Nugenix samples are not available in stores, so text YOUTH to 42424 right now. Text YOUTH to 42424. That's YOUTH to 42424.
Is this your favorite time of year for sports? I'll bet it is. Sports bettors, are you ready? Are you ready for $100 in free bets? That's right, $100 in free bets. You can now experience Iowa's premium sportsbook from the comfort of your own home. Download the PointsBet app now and use code Iowa to get $100 in free bets when you deposit just $20. When you bet with PointsBet, you get faster bets, faster withdrawals, and faster rewards at your fingertips. All in an easy-to-use app rated #1 on Trustpilot. See for yourself why bettors are calling PointsBet innovative, lightning quick, and the reason they have ditched the other books. Download the app now to experience Iowa's premium sportsbook for yourself. Download the PointsBet app now and sign up with code Iowa to get $100 in free bets when you deposit $20. That's $100 on your first $20 deposit. So, are you ready? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
You'll find all the hits right here. The NFL is back on the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Don't Hassle So Local on AM 1170.
January 7th, 2021, 12:51 in the afternoon. How's our weather looking, Macho Man?
Well, let me tell you something there, Okerlund. I got to look it up on my smartphone. Dig it? All I know is that you go outside there, a little coral with cheese. You know what you're gonna,
with cheese.
You know what you're going to find on the ground? Snow! That's right.
That's
I got to carry Miss Elizabeth through it so she don't have to walk with her heels, if you know what I mean there, Okerlund. So today, the high is going to be 32 degrees. Low 24. Mostly cloudy, 0% chance of participation.
Participation?
You heard what I said, damn it. Looking to a great weekend. Highs in the low and upper 20s. Get it?
Got it.
I'm out.
Yikes.
Thanks, Macho Man, on the weather update. I just threw that at you. You did a good job. Just
I don't know how I feel about that.
I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, you didn't know it was happening.
Yeah. It's better if I can warm up for it. All right, Jay, you had a trivia question, and
Yes,
two of us
I
have
did.
it right.
Two of you have it right.
Brad got it right off air.
The Hinky Dink Bowl.
The
Lions,
Hinky Dink.
the Detroit Lions were a perfect 3-0 in the Hinky Dink Bowl, also known as the SHIT Bowl by Vince Lombardi. And they are one of 4 teams to never make the Super Bowl. There are 3 other teams to never make the Super Bowl. Who are the other 3 teams?
The Houston Texans.
That is one of them, absolutely.
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yep. Can you do that in London accent? I can't do it.
Jacksonville?
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah. The Jaguars, okay. And that's the other one, and one more.
And the Cleveland Browns.
That is correct. Those 4 have
the
never
poor Browns.
seen the Super Bowl. They've never had Super Bowl week, much like us. We've never been invited to press row in Super Bowl. Well, I mean, we could if we fill it out, but we need someone to sponsor
I don't know
that.
now. We got canceled.
Yeah. What?
I'm just joking.
Yeah, we're canceled now, so.
Yeah.
Cancel
All right.
culture got us. That started all.
Cancel culture got us.
So.
We'd have to have more than 12 listeners to get canceled.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that. Our friend and friend of the show, Kyle Wagner, he's got a job doing things, not Moxie Solar like Julian Vandervelde does, but he does sell solar and most on the Illinois side. And he put something on Facebook. He's like, hey, listen, I can use all the referrals I can get. I'll help you out. I'll give you, some money for referrals. And I said, hey, you write something up. We'll put it on the air. You don't have to pay us to say it on the air. Just give us a referral. And he was like, yeah. And he goes, I had to talk with the manager and we're still talking. He's like, but, it's capped at this amount. And I was like, we only have like 5 listeners. It's not like we're going to make an ungodly amount of money off of this anyway. So, and he just, he laughed back and just did the emoji, whatever else.
Emoji.
Did I say it right?
How many we currently have?
Yeah. So anyway, all right. I'm going to take you through.
Oh, wait, you do have 12.
I'm going to take you through Every team. Let's break it down.
Okay.
And I want to know your confidence on. You know what? Let's do this first.
Okay.
I want to know on a scale of 1 to 10 your confidence for this team to win the game. These teams, all right? So it doesn't have to be like, let's just say if I said Ravens or Tennessee, it doesn't have to be 6 and 4, okay? You can explain to me what your confidence is and why you rate it where it is, all right? And I'll give you mine. So as this goes on, the first game we're looking at on Saturday is going to be the Bills at the Colts.
All right, so Bills.
Yeah, versus the Colts.
All right, and my confidence on which team's going to win the game?
No, it doesn't matter. Like I don't care if you say like I'm at a 10 for the Bills, and then they're like I'm confident for the Colts. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to equal to 10. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Okay. So like if it's 10 out of 10, then you're like the Bills win this game. But you're like I can see how the Colts could win this game, which is what we're basically breaking it down to is. When I said like, what's everyone's
what
path?
What percent chance do you think each team has of winning the game?
And what's everyone's
and
path to get to the Super Bowl type of thing? So it's just a general conversation. And if you look at, just think about this out there, people are listening, and this is kind of how the show goes. If you're sitting at happy hour and you look at the bottom line and you're like, oh, Bills versus Colts. I see this, and you're talking with your buddies. So
I'm probably about 80% confident that
you're 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm 8 out of 10 that the Bills should win that game. Now, there's part of me, the coin flip part of me, that understands that Indy has weapons. They have a good defense. They have a solid O-line. I would say there's a 5 out of 10 chance to me that the Colts pull the upset.
So the 7 over the 2 was what you're saying right now is the Colts. You'd be like, it's almost flip a coin. We're like, it'd be okay. It wouldn't. It would be a shock, but you would be like, I see it. And there's a path for this happening.
There's a path for it. I don't think it's overly likely. I think it's right in the middle likely. Is that right? Am I doing this right?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I'm with you because, all right, Phillip Rivers in the playoffs is the thing that's going to give me pause.
Right.
Their O-line's good, and relying on Jonathan Taylor the way they have, that's keeping the ball away from the Bills, throwing it to Stephon Diggs. The Bills have been really, really good lately, and they started off hot. Allen did. Then he took a step back, and through the first 4 weeks, we were talking he might be the MVP of the league. And then there was a break on how they were playing, and now they've put together like a great 5 weeks. And look at what they did against Miami. I mean, they just came out and the week when they could have sat everyone, knowing that they were going to get the 2 anyway because the Steelers were going to sit everyone, they still just smoked them. And they made their mark on the AFC East. I agree with you. I would put the Bills probably about where you're at about 8 on a scale of 1 to 10. And I'd probably put the Colts a little bit lower, and that's only and I said it yesterday, and I'd say it's my apologies to Mitch and Adam. I just haven't watched more than a series of the Colts, so I'd put them more down to about a 3 out of 10 that they're going to win this game, the 7 over the 2. I just don't think that's going to happen. Now, Saturday afternoon, we've got Seahawks and the Rams.
Oh, boy. Seahawks. Rams. All right, Bird.
The line is -4.5 for the Seahawks. The over-under set at 42. Now, keep in mind, the Rams with Wolford only scored 19 points against Arizona. 6 comes off a pick 6. 2 come off of a safety. So basically, this offense that I said, I don't care if it's Wolford or Goff, I have to take a step back from my comments that I had the other day and go.
Last night?
And last night, too. I said it last night, and I said it on the air yesterday. I have to take a step back and go, well, wait a minute. What are the Rams producing offensively?
Yeah, that's kind of the issue right now. I am probably 9 out of 10 confident that the Seahawks win this game.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to stand behind my Rams pick, so...
You don't have to. You can change with injuries. You can change your mind because of an injury. Now, the fact of it is this. Goff is injured. You're getting cut back. You have Woods, but you have this Wolford guy. The defense is pretty solid, but you're going on the road. This is they split the season series. I'm sorry. I'm probably more like a 3 out of 10 chance that the Rams win this game.
Yeah, I'm at a 7.5 for Seattle. They should win this game.
It comes down to quarterback play and when you're starting a backup in the playoffs, your chances of winning are not good. I don't care how much talent's around you.
Yeah.
You got to get the ball out. I mean, Georgia Tech to me isn't the.
Kurt Warner was a backup.
Yeah, but he didn't. He had a lot of warm-up games before he had the playoffs.
That's true. I'm just trying to justify this. I'm still going to put if I say 7.5 for Seahawks, I'm going to put the Rams at 5.5.
All right.
Saturday night game.
Okay.
Oh, I got to. By the way, I think I messaged my man. Oh, my friend Corey lives in. A former neighbor lives in Tampa Bay. He works during the day. I was like, I want to know what the atmosphere is like down in Tampa Bay with this team, but he's busy during the day. All right. So the Washington football team plays host to Tampa Brady Buccaneers. The line is Bucks.
The football team versus the Bucks.
Yeah, the line is Tampa Bay minus 7.5. The over/under is at 46.5.
Football teams are kind of the same position the Rams are. I mean, who's going to start at quarterback? The comeback player of the year. Obviously, they have a outstanding rookie defensive lineman or defensive rusher. I'm still probably more 2 out of 10 confidence that Washington wins that game. And I am 9.5 out of 10. The Bucks win that game.
You're at 2 and 9.5.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's legit. It's a good story. Good job. You won a division that no one wanted to win for some reason, except for now Joe Judge is criticizing Philadelphia. I guess the Giants wanted to win it. And good for Joe Judge. And we can talk about that, too, who really should be coach of the year, because there's a lot of candidates out there, including Riverboat Ron. I don't have faith in the football team covering this. And on top of it, though, like, this is a Saturday night game, and we talked about, like, make it date night or whatever else. Like, the Tampa Bay, it might as well be called the Buccaneers. Like,
whoa!
He's just so Tom Brady. Like, so you have Chase Young, and he says afterwards, like, I want Tom. I'm coming for Tom. And then Tom Brady just, like, they ask him about it, and he's like, oh, I think it's an Ohio State Michigan thing. He's from Ohio State Michigan. It's just a little rivalry. I'm excited to just go to play against him. Like, oh, come on, Tom. Say like, no, like,
Jay,
what?
Come on, don't give him
the Buccaneers. What?
Brady's not going to give him anything to hang on the wall in the locker room. Come on, he's too.
You think
crafty.
He does it behind closed doors?
Yes, he's way too crafty.
Too professional for that.
On,
too good.
No, he's just too smart. Listen, we don't like him because he wins. We resent him because he wins, but he wins because he's smart. And he's too smart to make a comment like that.
I think they said that Evans is going to be game time decision.
Yeah, I want to say Matt was saying that Evans was probably going to play.
Yeah, he would know. He's a Tampa Bay guy. All right, Sunday noon kickoff.
All right, who is it?
The game of the weekend. This is, I'm sorry, NFL, ESPN, ABC. You guys have ruined what should be the highlighted game. Tennessee Titans at Baltimore Ravens.
Tennessee.
Baltimore, if you really look at their schedule, when they took those lumps, those 5 out of the majority of their 5 losses, that's when they were just getting ravaged with the COVID. Now they're all back. And the first time they played, Tennessee beat them, but now they've got, I think, a defensive back and a defensive lineman that was out on that game as well against Tennessee. So Tennessee's job is to give the ball to Derrick Henry and let Derrick Henry do his thing, right?
Yeah.
Keep the ball away from Lamar Jackson. And right now, and I told you that the big problem with Baltimore is the down the field accuracy of Lamar Jackson. But if you look at the last couple of games, it's better. But that's where Tennessee lacks at. It's their defensive secondary.
Well, I'm 7.5 out of 10 thinking Tennessee wins this.
Good solid 7.5. Love it.
And I'm probably about 5 out of 10 with Baltimore. And this is why. I mean, I've been saying it, for a few weeks now. Baltimore is beat up on the O-line. They lost their blocking tight end. These are going to be the issues. Yes, Tennessee doesn't have the greatest defense, but they tend to show up in the playoffs. You have Derrick Henry. You have Ryan Tannehill, who I think is very serviceable. He's kind of like a little cheaper version of Big Ben when he was younger. He hasn't won a Super Bowl yet, but he's not going to make a lot of mistakes that lose you the game. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
And they have a great receiving core. They have a great tight end. They can beat you multiple ways, and that's why I just think Tennessee's a better team right now.
I'm actually on the opposite side of you. I think Baltimore's a lot better than we give them credit for, and I think they're going to win this game. And I have them actually beating Kansas City in the second round. So that's if it doesn't work out in some weird way, like the Colts beat Bills or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Or which we'll get to the Sunday night game, which that one definitely isn't happening. But I have Baltimore. I have more faith in Baltimore winning this game, and I'll put them at a good solid 7.5, and I'll give Tennessee a 6. I think that this. I'm telling you, this is the game to watch.
No,
and then
I know that.
Yeah.
But that's
And then the afternoon, we've got the Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears.
Going to the Saints. Which, oddly enough...
Yikes.
I had them predicted to play in the first round when I predicted my extreme predictions. I had them predicted to play in the first round, but it wasn't that the Saints were the 2 and the Bears were the 7. I had the Saints as a 6 and the Bears as a 3. Give me the scenario that the Bears can pull this off.
The Saints have an off day.
The entire Saints O-line gets COVID.
Okay.
I literally have a 1 out of 10 chance that the Bears win this.
Oh, man.
And it is 10 out of 10 that the Saints win this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a way. I'm trying to be the Bears enthusiast. And I think I'm more...
Be more realistic,
Yeah,
honestly.
well, you watch, like... You watch Trubisky run and throw on the run or whatever else, and sometimes those balls, like... they're just not going where they should go.
That's what she said.
Yeah. But you got Montgomery. Keep the ball away from the Saints. I'm fairly confident that the Saints... Yeah, I'm up there. I'm up there in the 9 that Saints win this game. I'm more down to about the 3 that the Bears will win this game on a scale of 1 to 10. Saints are 8.5-point favorites. The over/under is 48. But it's the afternoon game, and you know what? You can watch the noon game and enjoy yourself cheering against something local.
I'm going to go watch it at Pints with Ozzy and the Bears boys. They're having a Bears keg party, courtesy of me.
Yeah. Lost a bet, right?
Lost a bet. Ozzy and the boys get a keg party, and they get a bunch of free pizzas from Vans.
So
all because of
maybe, just maybe, the NFL was like doing a good looking out. You know when you have a buddy and they do something, you're like, good looking out, kid. I appreciate it. Maybe, just maybe the NFL. Because they figured you're going to watch the noon game. So this is for the Midwest. The NFL's like, hey, Midwest, you're going to watch the noon game because it's solid and you like football.
Yeah.
And then you're going to watch the Bears because either you're going to cheer for or against them, right? And then they're like, go home and pass out. Because then we're going to put together this poopfecta of a game. The Steelers and the Browns.
Yeah.
Where the Browns are just filled with COVID, and somehow they're going to play this game.
Apparently, they're trending on Twitter. Cleveland Browns and Indians. Something's going on.
It's the city of Cleveland. Like, it's...
Literally something...
right now, Coral, you're the only thing I've ever found good coming out of Ohio. My brother moved to Ohio years ago, and he said, are you ever going to come visit? I'm like, the only chance
I'm still on the fence about it.
The only chance I'm going to Ohio is if I'm flying over it. I'm not going to Ohio. Period.
God, you ever moved to Ohio?
Yeah. So it's just never going to happen.
I'm just kidding.
But
You're okay.
I've got the Steelers at a solid 10, and I've got the Browns at, I have to give it a 1. I'm not going to do a 0. I don't think this is going to be a chance at all. And this is the NFL just saying, like, to the Midwest.
What did you have? You have the
10,
Steelers at what?
10 out of 10. 1 out of 10.
I got 9 out of 10 and 3 out of 10.
Yeah, there's just a snowball's chance in hell type of thing. Whatever you guys want to.
Yeah, if they're ravaged with COVID, that's the.
Their head coach isn't there either.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So, I mean, if you're anything right now, you're as the assistant coach, and there's 6 openings. Whoever's doing the play calling, whoever's taking over as the acting head coach, this is your audition to say, like, look, I walked in.
Well, you know what? They just came out on Twitter. They have a new sponsor for this game.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
It's going to be called the COVID-19 Bowl.
Is it?
Yeah.
COVID-19 now is sponsoring things?
Yeah, presented by Hinky Dink Incorporated.
Hinky Dink Incorporated. Very good, yeah. Yeah, so if I was and I don't know, and I wish Brown's backer could probably tell us, and I wish he would call in to let us know how he thinks they can win the game. But whoever this assistant coach is taking over for Stefanski, this is your time to shine. This is your time to get a job. Yeah. There's 6 job openings, and apparently the New York Jets Speaking of job openings, Eric Bieniemy did not interview well with the New York Jets because they're still asking to talk to other people.
What do you mean?
That's reports I read too. I mean, you have Twitter, I have Twitter.
I didn't see. They won't give me any sports reports. It's stupid.
Yeah, well, that's the.
I'm doing a sign off. I'm deleting Twitter after the show.
Okay.
Done, Jay.
You're done.
Seriously, and I encourage everyone in the world to delete Twitter and Facebook. We'll all be better off.
We probably all would be better off. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about what's going on. We haven't really talked about the NCAA basketball tournament. AC Earl is going to be joining us later, so we'll talk more about like how things are going to look. It's going to be a little different, and how confident we feel that we will see baseball. We will see the NCAA basketball tournament and that going forward. But let's take a break. ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us. We're local.
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
You like that? You like that?
This is Adam Rosso from Hawkeye Headquarters, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
I can't tell you how many times I've been watching football and wanted to bet the game on my phone. Well, guess what? Now I can, because FanDuel Sportsbook is officially live in Iowa, and now you can register straight from your phone. To celebrate, they're kicking things off in a big way. FanDuel is giving new users their first bet risk-free. That's right, you'll get up to $1,000 back in-site credit if you don't win. Seriously. So not only can you bet on all your favorite teams, but you'll get up to $1,000 back if you don't win your first bet. And that's just one of the reasons why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook app. Ease of use, easy to register, easy to deposit, easy to find your bet. Live betting. Easy to place your bet fast during a game if you see a trend you like. So download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and be sure to sign up with promo code GOODALL so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook promo code GOODALL. 21 plus and present in Iowa. First online real money wager only. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
The Max Kellerman Show.
Kendrick Perkins.
Max, you argued me down on First Take about how good of a player Chris Middleton was.
No, I didn't.
And I told you, yes, you did. And I told you that he wasn't that type of guy, right?
Just making stuff up now.
Play. Oh, I'm making stuff up.
I argued for Chris Middleton. No, I said Chris Middleton should be at best the third best player on a championship team. You need another dude who can go get his own shot and do it on a higher level than Middleton if you want to pair him with Giannis to win a championship. I never said anything different than that. I wasn't thinking the Bucks were going to win a title this year.
So did you have the Bucks coming out of the East?
Yep. I sure did. Shut up, Perk. Why are you bringing up old stuff?
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. But maybe you're unaware of new tools that can help your business stand out. Go to GetLocalCustomersNow.com for a free market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too. There's no cost and no obligation. Be one of the first business owners to sign up and receive $500 in free advertising on this station. Get started today. Visit GetLocalCustomersNow.com. That's GetLocalCustomersNow.com.
Janae and Golick Jr.
We're going to get probably IU and Northwestern in the Big Ten title game and then have people staring up and wondering here, is Ohio State going to make it? I could see a very real world where they're missing the playoff all of a sudden. It's less to me about the sanctity of a conference championship, which has never quite frankly meant all that much to me. It's about another data point. And the Big Ten creating an opportunity for Ohio State to have that chance to show the committee yet again, because that's what conference championships really are. Not something you can hold over Notre Dame's head as an independent for all these years, but an opportunity when all the committee is watching to go out there and show we deserve to be a part of this, because with the schedule they've played so far, with the performances Ohio State's put out there, I think you would have a hard time saying that resumes mean anything and allowing that Ohio State team in the playoff as it currently sits.
Janae and Golick Jr. 306 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Keyshawn, J. Will and Zubin.
Is this a championship or bust year for the Brooklyn Nets? It should not be a championship or bust year, considering Kevin Durant is coming off an Achilles injury. Expectations for me, and I'm a Nets fan, will tell you, if we got to the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm okay with that. If they lose, I'll be disappointed, but okay, that's trending in the right direction.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader. ESPN 1170.
Last year was quite the doozy. Make life fun again with Boozy's Bar and Grill. Boozy's is known for their delicious food, drinks, and friendly atmosphere. And if your mom told you you've got talent, come prove it every Saturday at 9:30 at Boozy's Karaoke. Check out the Quad City's newest hotspot, The Loft above Boozy's, every Saturday night with DJ Barry, a dance floor, and cocktail lounge. Make plans to meet your friends at the 580 Loft with DJ Barry this Saturday night. Online at boozies.com or find them on Facebook.
Download the ESPN 1170 app today and never miss a thing. From the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170, KBOB Davenport.
Welcome back, you little hassle maniacs, and this is Don't Hassle Us. We're local on AM 1170.
I got a question for you guys.
What?
What?
Well, the Saints, apparently, the New Orleans Saints, and Sean Payton had the idea of testing 50,000 people for COVID, then quarantining them, and then getting him to the Superdome for the game against the Bears. It is a true quote that he said. He said, I brought up the idea of testing 50,000 people and quarantining them in a hotel and having the most safest Superdome known to man, scientifically. Bust them, they've tested every day, and you've got a COVID-free facility. 50,000 people.
No.
Did they do it, or is he just hypothetically saying
they're one of the few that are going to have people in there. They're going to have, I think, up to 3,000 fans. But it's just, would you do it? Would you, to say that you were at an NFL game, like what fandom do you have to be at that you're like, yep, wife, kids, husband, kids? Like,
if that's the championship game, you're damn right.
No, he's talking about just for the wild.
I'm just saying, I'm saying if I got a T, right?
Yeah.
You give me the NFC title game. All right, because you know that you can do that with 50,000 of your fans.
You know what? That's a great question. All right, so would I do it?
You'd have to quarantine for 10 days, right?
Yeah. Okay, so
10 days of quarantine.
What if the NFL piggybacks this idea? What if they say we will screen and interview people that are NFL fans, but you have to for 10 days quarantine and you can come to the Super Bowl. We're going to test you every day. You have to stay in the hotel. Now, are they putting you up, or do you have to pay for the hotel for 10 days?
Just say you got to pay for it yourself.
But we'll give you a ticket.
Yeah.
You have to pay for your travel. You have to pay for your lodging, but it has to be in this lodging, and it's a set.
Right.
You just have to pay for travel, and the number is set like for 10 days.
Seats.
Why wouldn't the NFL do this? Trust me, there are 50,000 people that would say I had a free ticket to the Super Bowl that would do this.
Yeah.
That's it. That's actually, it's in Tampa Bay. Florida's open though, right?
I don't know if they're open like full capacity.
Okay.
To sporting events, I don't think they're open like that. I mean, but they are. I mean, they're not on lockdown like California.
Yeah. And obviously New Orleans has whatever else. But really think about that, to have it packed and everything.
I mean, I know they are allowing fans at their stadium.
Yeah, I know
but like I said, it's not. Yeah, I do.
Why wouldn't you? The NFL would just be fantastic. People would love it if that happened. They would be. Trust me, there's going to be 50,000 plus that would apply for this. And they'd pay for travel and everything else, and they'd quarantine just to say I was at the Super Bowl. Now, what you got to have if you want to take your kid or your uncle or your dad or whatever else. I mean, you're gonna have to corral. You're gonna have to do whatever. But it's an interesting idea. Now, I don't know why the Saints thought they were going to do this. Bears fan. I mean, would 50,000 people I don't know why 50,000 people would do it for the Saints versus the Bears.
No.
But it's just an idea that was floated around. That's all. So, I mean...
People are saying they would do it for the Super Bowl or WrestleMania or something.
Ooh, I'd do it for WrestleMania.
Duh.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't ask you if you do it for WrestleMania.
I mean, that's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that? Whatever else, like, what is that, like, sporting event on your bucket list? I mean, WrestleMania is on my bucket list.
I don't know.
What's on my bucket list?
Yeah.
Masters.
The Masters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think mine was more the Ryder. Is the Ryder Cup? Is that the one that I was really excited we were supposed to go to? It was.
I had a chance to go to one.
The one up in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say
but
that
it's coming again to Whistling Straits.
Ooh,
I'm sure it
the
will.
Olympics.
No.
Someone said the Olympics. I didn't even think about that.
No, I don't like.
I would go to the Olympics.
It just depends on where it's going to be, and then I mean, sometimes I don't like hanging out with a bunch of fuzzy little foreigners.
That's the only thing about. That's the only thing about the Olympics.
I'm getting it. I'm joking around, but like, there's like, it depends where it's at. Like, if the Olympics was in Mexico, I'd be there in a heartbeat. I'd be like, yes, I'm there. I love Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Brazil, yeah, I think I could do that. Yeah.
But
it's not going to be there for a long time again.
No,
So,
I'm against traveling long distances in foreign countries. At some point, you're going to have to. If you want to go watch something, you're going to have to travel like an hour and a half away from Olympic Village.
Yeah, and that's kind of the other thing. All right, and it depends on the country. So, like, you're telling me if it's going to be in, I don't know, Libya. Yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah, no, well,
just saying.
It wouldn't be there anyway.
All right, I wouldn't want to go to the Olympics in South America, or I'm sorry, South Africa. I wouldn't want to go there.
No.
I wouldn't want to go to the Olympics in France. It's dirty. I've been to Paris. It's dirty. Yeah.
You've been to Paris?
Yeah. I've been on Top Life Tower.
Zut alors. Yeah.
Whatever that means.
It means darn it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vera Shaka.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go to England.
I would go to England.
I
would go to Italy.
Small. They're always walking around. They think they're so badass.
Well, they are.
They're not. They got their butt
kicked. They're not. Well, there was a time where Chicago was like one of the finalists for the Olympics or whatever, and I said right away, I'm renting out my house for a month because again, it's only 2.5 hours away, and most of the stuff really you're going to get out to like Rockford, where everything else being going on, and it's not that far away.
I'd go to the Olympics in Canada.
And there's plenty of people that are there's plenty of people that would travel in and rent out your house and travel. They don't mind going 2 hours. I'm not going to travel that much to watch a sporting event.
No,
I'd go to Australia. Go to New Zealand.
New Zealand.
If they held the Olympics in Singapore, I'd go there.
Singapore's
beautiful.
The Rose Bowl was always a thing.
And there's part of me that really wants to go to India, but I'm not sure. Like, there's sometimes when I watch like footage of India, it's terrifying.
Oh, but their food though.
I know, but I kind of want to see the ruins there. That's kind of the thing about India.
I want to see the pyramids.
See, I'm torn about Egypt. See, I want to see the pyramids, but man, that's a hotbed for craziness.
Yeah, that's true.
CJ?
Yeah, see
we went off on this tangent now.
It's fine.
You got me going.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, like the Olympics in the Congo, I don't know. Like, I would really love to see, I would really love to see like a bunch of that wildlife in the jungle. But at the same time, there's craziness going on there.
It's
too,
funny stuff.
There's craziness everywhere.
On the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, Brad wrote, "I'd probably quarantine for a Bandits game at this point." And
oh my god!
So I want to go to the Rose Bowl. So and it's one of those things that's that we'll always want to be. In 2015 when the Iowa had that season, it just wasn't lining up for me. And then there's a side story on another tangent. My daughter's middle name is Rose, based on the Rose Bowl. So in 2009, Pat Anger's senior year, Iowa goes like they're on a run, like undefeated, and they eventually lose a game. But the whole time, my daughter was supposed to be born like around, I think the due date was the 12th or the 5th. They got flip-flopped, okay? I think originally it was the 12th and the due date was the 5th, based on whatever. But I kept saying, they go to the Rose Bowl, I'm going. And of course, rightfully so, my wife just says, you're not going to the Rose Bowl. I'm pregnant. And I was like, I think I need to go to the Rose Bowl. Like, I've been wanting to go to the Rose Bowl since I was 10 years old. Like, more than that, since I was like 5 when they went in 81. So I'm like, I think I need to go to the Rose Bowl. Like, if they go, they're going to the Rose Bowl. And so as a joke, I said, well, if that baby is a girl, because we didn't know the sex, I'm naming that girl Rose, so I'm going to hold it over her head the rest of her life. That she cost me a trip to the Rose Bowl because you wouldn't let me go, because that's my sense of humor.
Right.
Well, it was always going to be Sophia. She was named after her grandmother on her mother's side, but then it became Sophia Rose so that I could hold it over the rest of her life. And they went to the Orange Bowl, and Sophia Orange didn't work out, so they went to the Orange Bowl that year, but I watched the game, and they beat up on Georgia Tech. But, yeah, that's where the Rose Bowl comes from. And I'd love to go to the Rose Bowl. That would be one for me. Not so much the national championship of college football. They did rip one thing. COVID ripped 2020 ripped away from me. I got credentialed to cover the NCAA national championships. I've seen it though. I've been there, but that was on my bucket list of something that I got to cover for like sports wise. Just to the fact that I was going to have like all access pass to do whatever nonsense.
Freaking COVID.
But so stupid. But I'm maybe first pitch of Game 1 of the World Series because you're not guaranteed to Game 7. So
yeah,
I'd like to be at a World Series.
You went to an All-Star game.
All-Star game was fantastic. That was the highlight. That's my apex, I think. That was everything growing up, and I got to drink beer. And so, like, if you would have told me growing up, like, you're going to go to an All-Star game, like, that was, I would be like, there's no way. And it was awesome, and it was close. I was real close. I had great seats, everything, and that was a highlight. But, I mean, I've seen other things that are really cool, but Brad said something. Would I? Indy 500 and or Daytona 500?
No.
Not the Indy.
I'd rather go to the Indy than the Daytona.
Really?
Well, because it's the open wheel one.
It's so stinking loud.
No. I don't know. I've never been a big NASCAR guy. But the Indy 500 is different.
Oh, bucket list. The Kentucky Derby.
Ooh, I'm with you there.
Yeah, and I want to be in the infield though. Okay. I want to party with the real people.
You want to get dirty?
Not the.
You're still gonna wear your Dirty Twins hat?
Absolutely. Right. Yeah. Not the people who dress up in paisley and do their bonnets or whatever else. Yeah. So yeah, I that would be one. That would be amazing. Have you ever seen the ponies live?
No.
It's amazing.
You used to see dog races.
I would go to the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
What we just said.
Yeah.
I know.
I went to the Arlington Million up in Chicago area, and that was the first time, and that's when I fell in love with the ponies. When I was like eye level and watched them go across and the sound, cool. Everything, I was like, I love this entire atmosphere. I love everything about it. There's gambling.
What Major League Stadium would you want to go to that you haven't been to?
That's a great question. Fenway.
I'm with you on Fenway. Although I just want to go and get the hell out of there. I don't want to hang out with any of the idiots.
Yeah, I don't want to be there, but Fenway would be one just because
Hey, Marky.
Yeah.
Throw me a beer.
I mean, it's one of the last ones that's still standing. They know you have
Although I do love Marky Mark.
And then I guess that my second one, which is weird, would probably be down Texas Rangers just because it's the newest one, just to see what the setup is like. Because, they set it up to make it more millennial friendly, like open to, and then it got shut down. Like, it's not like just seats. They have a lot of things where you can just stand and meet with a group of people.
Never been to Dodger Stadium. I'd love to go
Although
there.
it looks like a Costco from the outside of it.
Really?
Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, Chavez Ravine.
I've heard good things about Dodger Stadium recently.
Yeah.
For a while there, it was really bad.
Yeah, there used to be a lot of, like, thuggery.
Yeah. You talk to our friend Mossbrucker, he's like, it was nuts. Like, I think the Twins had, like, a, cross, American League, a National League game, and him and his buddy went there, and some random guy poured a Coca-Cola over his buddy's head for wearing a Twins hat. And he's like, he said it was chaos. It was constant chaos. I've heard nothing, and now I've heard that they've changed all kinds of stuff like that. But
what about NFL stadiums? How many have you been to?
I've been to one live NFL game.
Been to 3.
And it was Lambeau, so I win there.
San Diego,
mm-hmm.
Green Bay, and L.A. when they originally had the Rams before they moved to go to St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
So that was in Anaheim, actually.
Oh,
so that stadium's gone.
Yeah, I've been to one. I have been in Soldier Field.
San Diego
I saw the Hawks play in
Stadium
Soldier
is,
Field.
I believe Jack Murphy is gone too, or close to being gone. Which I even saw a baseball game there as well.
I've seen Kansas City only because being at a Royals game. All right, so I've never been in it.
Yeah, but now it's a football.
I guess I'd like to. I hate Kansas City though. Like just in general.
I want to go to Jerry World. It's still never
I
been
would.
to Jerry
Yeah,
World.
I'd go to Jerry World. That definitely. I would assume that. I don't want to pay $80 for parking, but
I think next September I'm going to make a trip.
okay, that's up there. Is there anything
We're
else?
going to hit a place down there called Heim Barbecue.
Oh, that
What
sounds
is
so good.
what is it outside of Lambeau and Soldier Field? What is a stadium in the NFL that like Heinz Field, Pittsburgh? I don't know. Like, is there something anyone out there that stands out?
Those two are pretty good.
And I've been in Raymond James for Iowa Bowl game, but I've never seen the like an NFL game there. I'm just trying to think like what sticks out that you need to go to, like you said right away. Fenway comes off my tongue.
I mean,
like
Ford Field.
Detroit. I'm not going to Detroit.
No.
Okay. What about where the Colts play? What's that?
That's Lucas Oil.
Yeah.
I've been there to watch Iowa play in the Big Ten championship.
Atlanta has a nice stadium.
Indianapolis is really. I keep bringing this up. That's a really good town.
Ooh.
We talked about yesterday. What?
It's good. Go to Miami.
I thought about that. Miami
That would be a nice place to go.
I like Miami. Yeah. I don't know. Brad on Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread. Seattle ? I don't know. Maybe
I'm so torn about Seattle.
93, I would have been like, yeah, I'm going to Seattle.
Yeah.
I do want to go to the new one in Minnesota, though. That's true also, though. Yeah. Seattle doesn't move the needle for me at all. And then, have you gone to any NBA games? Ever?
Mm-hmm. Once.
Chicago?
Milwaukee. Saw the Bucks host the Spurs. Saw Tim Duncan.
I've been to Milwaukee, and I've been to Minneapolis. I've been to plenty of T-Wolves games. Okay, so I've been to Milwaukee. I saw a game there. I saw Ray Allen play. He's my favorite basketball player, by the way. And I've been to plenty of T-Wolves games.
Was Ray Allen there in 2002?
Yes.
I don't think I saw Ray Allen play.
Yep, you sure did. No, wait, 2000. Yeah, definitely. Because, in 2000, they lost in the finals, Eastern Conference Finals to the Pacers. Yeah. So, in Game 7. Yeah, I've only been to 2, and I don't know if there's anything. It's the Boston Garden, right? And then do the Knicks still play in
Madison Square?
Do they still play in Madison Square? So those are your 2, right?
Yeah. Well, the Coliseum, L.A.
Okay.
See the Lakers.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Well, it's the Staples Center now, but whatever.
No, it's not the Coliseum. They moved to the Staples Center. The Coliseum actually got bought by the owner of the Clippers, and that's such a such a dick move to do. Be like, I just bought your old Coliseum. Like he bought it. I don't know what he's doing with it though. So and then Brad said he saw WWE at Madison Square Garden. It was awesome. It's great. That would be another one because growing up, that was a big deal at the WWF being at Madison Square Garden. But I got to go to WrestleMania.
You have to.
I know. I just don't want to be like far, far away and behind a pillar or anything like that. Yeah. I've been to a pay-per-view, multiple pay-per-views.
Well, that's not going.
But I mean, if you go to the WWE Network or whatever else and you go to NWO Sold Out from January 26, 1997, I'm slightly on there.
Slightly.
Yeah, it's on the third row. Elbow. Yeah, you can just see me a little bit, yeah.
She's a little arm.
You can see my face on there. The show opens up with...
If you could really see your face, you'd be in Hollywood by now.
The show opens up, though, with, from Davenport, friend of the show, a friend of mine, Tate Featherstone. He's, right front and center, yeah. He was in Cedar Rapids. Same thing. I had the conversation with Scott Hall in the Atlanta airport on my 40th birthday. I was like, hey, man, I met you when I would turn 21 in Cedar Rapids Mall. He's like, okay.
Okay.
I was like, yeah. And then it was really funny because they're doing it. And then my girlfriend at the time was like, hey, because you had pictures back then, you just have phones. And she's like, hey, can you do another pose? Because the picture didn't take. And Kevin Nash goes, I'm not the one who took the picture. You did. And I started laughing because he was being mean to her. So I made a little pose. And I was like, hey, I met you. He's like, all right. And then so fast forward 19 years later, I'm 40 years old coming back from Jamaica. And I'm at the Atlanta airport. And my wife goes, is that Scott Hall? And I'm like, that is Scott Hall. I was like, I'm going to go talk to him. So I'm like, hey, man, what's up? There you go. And he still had the toothpick and everything. There you go. I say, hey, just want to say, my birthday, is this weekend. But Same time, 19 years ago, I met you in Cedar Rapids. He's like, I remember that. It was cold. It was snowing. I'm like, yeah, it was. It was nuts.
He remembered you.
He didn't remember me. He was just talking about how cold it was. And they had to, like, I think they took, like, did they have trucks or tanks running down the street? I can't remember going into the pay-per-view, but yeah, it was called NWO Sold Out, 1997. And then I was at the Great American Bash that was held, I think, next year here at the Mark. But,
wait a minute, Jay.
Yeah, what?
It's not the Mark.
Well, it's the Mark to me. Yeah. So anyway, it's I got to go to one of the big four. I got to go to Survivor Series, Royal
it's too
Rumble,
bad we missed out on the Hinky Dink Bowl.
The Hinky Dink Bowl would have been great,
that
too.
would have been awesome.
We need to bring back the Hinky Dink Bowl. Why not?
I think so, too.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. ESPN 1170. Don't hassle us. We're local.
Burning and burning, snapping necks and cashing.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Coach A.C. Earl. Don't hassle us, we're local.
Is this your favorite time of year for sports? I'll bet it is. Sports bettors, are you ready? Are you ready for $100 in free bets? That's right, $100 in free bets. You can now experience Iowa's premium sportsbook from the comfort of your own home. Download the PointsBet app now and use code Iowa to get $100 in free bets when you deposit just $20. When you bet with PointsBet, you get faster bets, faster withdrawals, and faster rewards at your fingertips. All in an easy-to-use app rated #1 on Trustpilot. See for yourself why bettors are calling PointsBet innovative, lightning quick, and the reason they have ditched the other books. Download the app now to experience Iowa's premium sportsbook for yourself. Download the PointsBet app now and sign up with code Iowa to get $100 in free bets when you deposit $20. That's $100 on your first $20 deposit. So, are you ready? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Today, and Golic Jr.
We're going to get probably IU and Northwestern in the Big Ten title game and then have people staring up and wondering here, is Ohio State going to make it? I could see a very real world where they're missing the playoff all of a sudden. It's less to me about the sanctity of a conference championship, which has never quite frankly meant all that much to me. It's about another data point. And the Big Ten creating an opportunity for Ohio State to have that chance to show the committee yet again, because that's what conference championships really are. Not something you can hold over Notre Dame's head as an independent for all these years, but an opportunity when all the committee is watching to go out there and show we deserve to be a part of this, because with the schedule they've played so far, with the performances Ohio State's put out there, I think you would have a hard time saying that resumes mean anything and allowing that Ohio State team in the playoff as it currently sits.
Shanae and Golic Jr. 306 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
When you order for Casey's curbside pickup this winter, we bring your order outside.
Today's forecast, colder than the shady side of an iceberg.
So you can stay inside your warm car.
I love my heated seats.
We go outside.
Raw punishing winds.
You stay inside.
They're almost too warm.
Outside.
Tomorrow's high, -3.
Inside.
So toasty.
Order for Casey's new curbside pickup and save with new deals like buy any large pizza, get one half off with promo code BOGO. Casey's, here for staying inside.
Bundle up, folks.
Here for good.
Unfiltered. Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Zubin Mahente.
Two things. Number one, it feels like Adam Gase. It feels like this is a last-ditch effort. Not to save his job, but I think to save his respectability, right? To try to say maybe a future job. Like I'm trying to do things right. While I'm on my way out the door here, I'm going to try to sit here and say, it's like a confession, essentially, saying like, hey, look, I messed up. I haven't handled my responsibility. That's number one. Number two, I think it's going to be harder and harder to go away from the hype that's going to come with Trevor Lawrence. If you're a New York fan, if you're a Jet fan, you're also worried about maybe even if we do surround Sam Darnold with the right skill sets or the right players, maybe this is who Sam Darnold is. Maybe he never blossoms out of this. It takes a really strong personality to bear out of that and say, that's not who I am. Maybe this is who Sam Darnold is.
Keyshawn, Jay Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
We always use drive-through windows for fast food and banking. Now the Quad Cities has drive-through taxes with AmeriFile. Don't let COVID delay your tax refund this year. For the safest way to get your taxes done, use AmeriFile's drive-through tax service in Moline and Davenport. Stay safe in your car. Drop your tax stuff off, and your taxes are prepared contact-free. Go to AmeriFile.com or call AmeriFile 762-8087.
Janae and Golick Jr.
You can still push forward playing. It's an impossible tightrope. Was it really worth it for you to have to go and mobilize? Is it worth it overall? And that's the hardest thing for me to reconcile when you have a season that looks like the odds of you making it to where you want to go are very slim, and now you're putting people in position where it's not their best luck either.
Janae and Golick Jr. 306 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170. Every touchdown, every turnover. We're talking about them right here. This is your home for the NFL. This is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Welcome back, everybody. We are live here in the Hassel Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish, and of course, it's Jaybird, T-Roy, and Cora out somewhere.
Yeah, she's somewhere. We mentioned earlier, and I don't know where he's at. I'm sure he'll be coming in some point soon, but
there she is.
Not her.
Oh,
Heidi.
No, I'm just talking about
AC Earl.
Yeah,
he's probably on his way. He's real close.
I understand that. I'm just
whether
saying.
Only 20 minutes.
Weather's silly out there.
Just more interested in the idea that the NCAA basketball tournament is going to be held all at Indianapolis and in Indiana. And we talked a little bit yesterday about this. I was like, do I feel uneasy about this? Like the whole Marriott NCAA partnering thing. Like that's the one that's going to do it. But they're keeping it all there, which is, I guess, good for the bubble. But it doesn't give me much hope that we feel like 2021 is going to be different than 2020. And that's because...
Why?
Because we're already, planning to do a bubble. We're planning for the global pandemic to...
Well, I get it, but, I mean, they're being preliminary safe so that it doesn't get canceled. As in last year, we had no idea what sort of steps to take to even conduct the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, obviously, we have vaccine rolling out. The Moderna one is going to roll out here in the next few weeks. Take it or not, I don't care, but whatever. But what I'm getting at is once we get the elderly, inoculated, right?
Yeah.
Then you'll be able to move past this. But what I'm getting at is they have a plan, whereas before we were just saying, shut it down. That wasn't a plan.
Okay.
I mean, I know. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic, Jay.
That's good.
I mean, I'm not wearing a Chewbacca bikini, but you know.
Mm-hmm. You're right, and cautiously optimistic is always good. When you start planning, and I guess I need to be more on the side of the NCAA because I'm all about anticipating the problem, and. Like you're saying, they're anticipating the problem. I think you're got one step in the right direction when you anticipate the problem. Like, what is going to happen? What could possibly?
What could possibly? Well,
if it hits the fan, if it hits the fan, what are you
have
going to do?
A bunch of guys get COVID, so no, let's do something to stop it. Okay, we got it.
It's like the same thing like going on right now. Which, by the way, Coral, going back to the state of Ohio, what is going on with the state of Ohio?
I don't know.
Like Ohio State now is getting hit again with COVID, and they might push the national championship game back.
I wouldn't
think
be surprised.
about this.
Cleveland did this. Ohio State. Like, what's going on?
All right. Well, what happens when you get an outbreak on one of the teams that make the Super Bowl?
You can't not have the Super Bowl.
I know.
You can't not.
Yeah, you can't not get Randy.
You can't not.
Yeah, you're not gonna not get Randy Jackson's autograph.
You know, I'd have done the exact same thing.
Yeah. So
see that right there?
Yeah.
Randy
but the
Jackson's
Super Bowl they can postpone. That's fine. It's like the AFC Championship. Well, they have 2 weeks. It's a divisional game more than anything else. It's more the wild card weekend because what are they going to do with the Cleveland Browns right now?
Nothing.
They're just going to make them play through it. And then they make it. Who was it? I mean, we've been over this, but they made a team play with their fourth string quarterback. The NFL did, but then they pushed everything away for like the Baltimore Ravens for them to just ravage through everything because who knows where they were at. But I just don't know like what's going on in Cleveland and now Ohio State, like the state of Ohio. You're throwing things off, and I don't want the national championship thing to go to January 18th.
No,
I want it over with next Monday. Mm-hmm. Not that I want it over with. I just want the game. I want to have something.
I'll be hungover on the 18th.
Because
birthday.
Sunday is your birthday.
It's going to be a tough show that day.
It's going to be a tough show that day.
Holy Santa Claus crap.
We might have to take off for Martin Luther King Day.
We might have to.
I think they should just put the time in. And just
Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, I think we just might need to put the time in and just do what we need to do. So
yeah,
yeah.
It's called licking your wounds.
Yikes.
Okay.
What?
I mean, it's your birthday. You can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna be.
Go, shouty.
There's so many birthdays this month.
Not mine.
You're one of a few. I mean, I know way too many.
Mine's in July.
Rolling out. Sissy's is in 2 days.
Yep.
Or 3 days, whatever. I'm a week after her. We got Z-Bar in there. You got Jaybird in there. My dad. Somebody else the same day as my dad. Trappy's
Surge.
Oh, yeah, Surge
GK's is the 23rd.
Missing
I don't know what's going on. Yeah. There's so many January birthdays, but
I don't know.
Yeah. Do the math, girl. When are all these people having sex?
Never asked me to do math.
This is the part of the show where you guys can just turn off because we're going to do talk more about pop culture, whatever else. Did you, Coral, did you at all watch any of The Bachelor?
Coral? How am I supposed to know what's going on with The Bachelor if you're not watching it?
I'm terrible,
I was
too.
Too busy drinking last night.
Where were you at?
Downtown.
Davenport?
Yeah.
People still do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's young, Jay.
Oh, gotcha.
She's only like 20.
But The Bachelor wasn't last night. It was Monday night.
I know, but you haven't watched it either.
I'm not into it. The good thing about it is I found out it's not 3 hours.
Yeah, it's an hour and 23 minutes.
People don't.
So it's a dude this time?
Yeah.
And,
well, it's The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Not The Bachelorette.
All right. So, like, we don't even know who the hot chicks are? We haven't pulled it up?
Hold on.
Pull them up.
Bachelor.
I didn't even watch the challenge last night. I was busy doing other things.
You didn't watch the challenge?
I'll watch it tonight. I didn't watch the challenge. I have no challenge updates at all.
Oh, God.
Do they go through them one at a time?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Abigail, Beaverton, Oregon.
Great town.
Oh, she's really cute.
She's hot. All right.
She's hot. Elena, 26, from Toronto.
Nope.
She's pretty generic.
She's okay.
Alicia, 24, New York City. She looks like
She looks like a famous actress. She looks like Zoe.
She's not.
She looks like the chick that plays the green chick in Guardians. Yeah, she does.
She's not from New York
She
City.
looks like the person that's on the show to like cause all the drama.
She's out. Instagram. She's
Drama.
just doing it for Instagram followers. She's out.
Amber, 30.
Fake lips, but hot.
Her
Amber's
eyes are
30.
huge. She's really pretty,
Better
actually.
to see you with my
Amber's a crazy name.
Yeah. Anna, 24, Chicago.
I like
She
Anna.
looks crazy, but like cute.
Is she really from Chicago?
No,
I
she
don't
doesn't have any
know.
hips. She's got a flat butt.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Bree, 24, San Francisco. She's
cute.
cute. She's really cute.
Yeah.
She looks normal.
Very exotic looking.
Whatever. Carolyn.
Carolyn looks like one day she's going to be
30, Los
real
Angeles.
bitch.
Carolyn, no.
I'm telling you,
Crazy
look,
name.
she has a bitch face if I've ever seen
She's got
one.
crazy eyes if I've ever seen
crazy
them.
name.
She has
I'm not even
look at her
looking at
smile.
this. I'm telling you.
Look at her smile.
I know.
She almost looks like Jack Nicholson from The Joker.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I can tell by names.
Cassandra, 25.
Cassandra looks
that's
like
a wild
she's a lot
card
of
name.
fun.
She looks cute.
That's a wild card.
That is a wild card.
Yeah.
Jay, she looks like
Cassandra
a lot
with
of fun.
one S.
Oh, well.
Oh, but do we get to call her Cassie? That's it. I don't know. Are we friends yet?
Cass.
Do we Cass? Are we
like
friends?
Cass.
We have nicknames.
Sandra.
Sandra, definitely.
I like Cass.
That would be my drunk ego.
She's wild card.
I think
yeah.
she's fun.
Yeah.
She looked, I don't know. Chelsea, 28, Brooklyn, shaved head.
Yeah, I don't like short hair. Sorry, Chelsea.
No, sorry, Sinead O'Connor.
Love you, but I
Thanks,
didn't-
Troy.
Oh, I love you.
I'm wearing my wig tomorrow.
Perfect.
Whatever you want.
I know. She looks nice. Okay.
Chelsea.
Corinne, 22.
Oh, bitch face.
She is not 22.
No.
She looks
I love your reaction.
If she's 22, she's had 22 injections into that face is what she's had 22 of.
She is not 22.
I love the reaction.
She's terrible.
Imani, 25, Albuquerque. She's got a lazy eye, I think.
I was just going to call her cross-eyed. Oh,
She's literally cross-eyed.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
it's
no.
fantastic.
God, we're terrible. We are terrible human beings right now for what we're doing.
Ileana, 25, New York City.
The name isn't good.
Actually, she's really cute.
High cheekbones, yeah. But who knows? We'll see.
Her face is kind of similar to mine. That's why she's cute.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
Round. Round. Jacinia, 27, San Antonio.
Yeah.
She's cute, but I think she's got a crazy streak to her.
Yeah.
I like San Antonio.
She looks like she's a Spitfire. How about
you ever
that?
been to
Not
San
crazy,
Antonio?
like bad.
I want to go to San Antonio.
I haven't been there, but she looks like she would be like party crazy.
Kaylee, 26, Chicago. Oh, no.
Don't think Kaylee's from Chicago either. I don't
She
trust anyone
looks
that
like
says they're from
trouble.
Chicago.
Kaylee's cute trouble.
Is she?
Oh,
Her
Kaylee.
eyes
get
are
in trouble?
super close together. I'm so mean.
That's fine. You can be.
Kaylee's cute trouble.
Okay.
Katie, 29, Renton, Washington.
Never met a bad
She's
Katie.
cute.
Never met a bad Katie.
Katie's hot.
She's cute. She looks like a news anchor.
Katie.
Like she has a face for TV. You know what I mean?
She's HAF.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Never met a bad Katie.
Kalia.
Ooh.
Or no, Kayla. It's spelled weird. Kaylaylah.
She's
28.
Durham.
Durham, North Carolina.
She's
cute.
She's only on the show for Instagram.
She's pretty.
She's not going to win.
That's Instagram. Kimberly, 28, Seattle.
She's nice curly
She
hair.
looks 40.
Yeah, she looks.
She
eyebrows.
looks
Her
40.
eyebrows are really doctored.
I really like her hair.
Her nose is very pointy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's
Her
kind of
hair's
weird.
nice though.
Kit, 21, New York City.
Kit Carson.
She's cute. She looks like an Instagrammer though.
I'll pass.
Kit. It's not her name.
Like a car.
I don't know.
It's not her name.
Kristen, 27, Virginia Beach. She seems
Virginia
like
Beach-
the person who's like too good to be on the show. Honestly,
Virginia Beach sounds like a fun place to visit.
she looks like the person who is like actually a really good person, and they don't need to be on that show.
She looks like she was like a high school or college athlete.
Yes, I agree.
Definitely played soccer.
Lauren, 29, Miami.
Strong chin.
Yeah, she's got really pretty cheeks though.
Lauren's a good name too.
She's cute.
Okay.
She looks nice. Maggie, 32, Adwa, Ethiopia.
I'm not good with Maggie. It's too
Maddie's hair is a little
Maggie.
crazy right there. I'm not sure about that.
That's a no for me,
she
dog.
looks like she'd tie me up and do something. Oh my.
Mari, 24, Odenton, Maryland. She's cute.
Very exotic.
She's very cute.
She's got a very Mediterranean look about her.
She has kind of a weird smile, though.
No, I'll take it.
She's cute. Mary Lynn, 28, Studio City, California.
very
girl.
exotic. Look at those eyes. Very
Get
smoky
it.
eyes, Jay.
Give
You
me
like
those
smoky
model
eyes.
eyes. Mary Lynn.
Marilyn Manson.
Mary Lynn. She's cute. MJ, 23, Hudson, Ohio. Oh!
Wow.
I like that name.
I probably know people who know her.
She just looks like.
Yes. Find out if you do.
She looks like a cute Midwest girl.
I want to know the thing.
She kind of looks like the gun girl.
I want to know everything about her.
But like cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just the hair. That's what throws me off. Piper, 23, Happy Valley, Oregon.
She looks happy.
Yeah. Rachel, 24, Cumming, Georgia. Cumming. Yikes.
Rachel. Good job.
I like her eyebrows. She's got good eyebrows.
Whoa.
Sine, 25, Denver.
Sinead's hot.
All right. I like
She
Sinead.
looks way older than 25.
I need to listen to the Bachelor.
Whoa, Jay.
Bachelor Party podcast.
Jay, we found her.
Sarah from San Diego.
German for whale's vagina.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Is it with an H or just
No,
H?
go back.
H.
There's an H. Okay.
She's cute.
H-O-double-T.
Oh, man. She's got incredible eyebrows.
All
And
right.
the beautiful blue eyes.
Serena is a no for me.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Other Serena is a no for me. Sydney's a no for me.
Whoa.
No.
You don't like Victoria?
No.
I don't know. I kind of like Victoria.
No.
All right, keep going.
She can't dress herself or anything.
Well, I think
that
they
was it.
pose them in these
That's
outfits.
it. Well, I listen.
Victoria's a no. She's going to be drama.
Sarah with an HJ.
I'll probably circle back, Coral, and watch the first episode just to kind of get to know them. I would definitely probably listen to the Bachelor Party podcast.
What's the Bachelor look like?
He's Matt. He's the first black bachelor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know anything about him. I think he's got a nice smile.
He looks cute. Oh,
Yeah.
he's cute.
So, all right.
Matt James. What a generic name.
So I guess I got to do some catching up. I got to watch The Bachelor. I got to do the challenge, and then I've got to finish season 3 of Cobra Kai, which
I haven't even watched that.
It's again, people like really, really lose their minds over something that's not that good, but they're really leaning on. Going back to the Karate Kid 1, Karate Kid 2 type of thing. So I would only assume that they're going to have to introduce another character from Karate Kid 3, and that's about the guy who kind of like turns Daniel's son into like a bad guy type of way. But they're really going back on, they're relying a lot
Daniel's son's a bad guy now?
In 3, he changed the way.
You watched Karate Kid 3?
I saw Karate Kid 3. I've seen every Karate Kid.
Wait a minute, Jay.
I don't
Except
think
for
I've
the
ever
ones
watched
that remake.
Karate
When
Kid.
did Karate Kid 3 come out? What year?
88? 89? 90?
I remember 2
2
because
came
they
out
go
in
to
85,
Okinawa,
86,
correct?
yeah. And then they revisit that in this season.
Doesn't he stands on the pole and balances himself in that one, right?
No, that was in 1. He did the crane kick. 2, he did the live or die man, and he did the honk that Mr. Miyagi did to Kreese. What I really think is going to happen is I think they are setting up for a new series, a prequel, the John Kreese story.
Well, let me ask you this.
I think they're setting
Is that
up
the original Cobra Commander?
Yeah, he's the Cobra
All right,
Commander.
so
yeah.
let me get this straight. In the new series of the Cobra Kai, is the Karate Kid a good guy because he's a car salesman and he makes fun of William Zabka?
Yeah, he's a good guy, but
Is Zabka a bad guy or a
not
good
so
guy?
much. Not so much.
So he's a bad because I see him.
He's a good guy. He's trying to do the right thing.
Zabka is, or
Yeah,
the
every
Karate
once in a while
Kid?
he kind of goes back and forth. And same thing. They both are dealing with their own personal choices and demons. So
Okay.
yeah, it's all good.
And you
It's
watched
all
it?
right. It's just on in the background. But
So
I would.
did someone now back to Karate Kid 3?
Sure.
Did someone like talk Danny out of being a bad guy in that movie and save him, like kind of like
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi.
kind of like Darth Vader?
Yeah. He kind of goes away because he wants to. It's. I haven't seen it in 20, 30 years. I don't know.
It sounds to me like you have it on DVD.
No, I don't. No. But anyway, people lose their minds over this show, and it doesn't make any sense. But it's okay. It's just on the background. But
Well, we got to say hi before we go
Yeah,
off
before we
air.
go.
AC Earl in studio. AC, welcome to this.
Came to save the show.
2021.
That's right.
Yeah, buddy, how you been?
Oh, navigating.
Navigating.
Love it.
that is a very good way to state it, sir.
Navigating.
Very good way to state it.
Living.
Well,
all right.
We're gonna go here. ESPN 1170 AM. Don't Hassle Local. I still haven't heard back if we're gonna have a special guest tomorrow.
Okay. Well, we're hoping.
Yeah, we're hoping. I'll send
Fingers
an email,
crossed.
Whatever.
And
else,
and you have a special podcast you're gonna be doing here soon with AC. So.
Yep, AC and I will be back up and running here in about
Yep.
30 minutes. I'm doing the AC Earl podcast in class with Professor Earl. Thank you guys, everyone, for tuning in. Don't Hassle Local, and sorry for my 20-minute rant, but I'm not sorry about it. So
You're not
It is
sorry,
what it
and
is.
we're not either.
All right.
Like I said yesterday, love, peace, and chicken grease.
Yeah, take care, Quad Cities. Just stay safe and sanitize. We'll see you later.
This is Tyson Blazer, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 1170 AM.
Hey, Quad Cities, this is Jay Bird from ESPN 1170 AM's Don't Hassle Us for Local, and I'm sharing some exciting news with you. BetMGM Sports is coming soon to Iowa. That's right, the same folks that light up the Las Vegas